Targets in HawkEye serve three purposes: to manipulate projections, show points of interest, and show critical points on a curve. There are several ways to create a target. The most comprehensive way to do so, if you have a list of targets, is to click on the target list here. To create a new target in the target list, you just click in this space and type in the name of your target. Here you can define its shape, its depth, either by RKB TVD or subsea TVD, and then its local coordinates, or its closure direction and closure distance. When a target is selected in the target list, you will also see this panel here. You can edit all of the parameters here, including giving it a specific northing and easting. When you are done creating the target, you just hit OK and then yes, and your target will appear in the 2D space as well as the 3D space. You can directly adjust targets by right-clicking on them in the 3D space and selecting Target Adjuster, or going to the data tree and right-clicking on them there and selecting Target Adjuster. The Target Adjuster panel will appear and your changes will be made instantaneous. If you want to create a target on a curve, you can also do that as well. You simply go to the point where you want to create the target and then select Add Target. This will create a target at the point where your look at point was when you clicked the button. From here, you can adjust the target as needed. It's in this fashion that you can quickly create targets on a plan. So for example, on this blue plan, I can use the mouse wheel to scroll up and down and get to the kickoff point. Since my step is at 50 feet per click, I want to take that down to 1 foot per mouse click. That way I can fine tune and get exactly to where the kickoff point is on this plan. I know where the kickoff point is because it is at this exact point where the inclination begins to change. So from here, I would click Add Target, and I would name this target kickoff point, maybe make it a little bit smaller, and then move on. As I travel down this curve 1 foot at a time, I'm keeping my eye on the inclination and azimuth. And I notice that right at this point, my inclination levels off at 90. So here I'll stop and click Add Target, and I'll call this landing. I can also go to the end of the plan very quickly with this scroll bar, and then put one more target at the end here. I'll call total depth. Now that I have targets at all the critical points, I can use projections to hit these targets from my work curve and also have these targets show up in my quick plots.